David, what from Trump's first 100 days felt most like a Veep storyline?
I mean, you can pick Civil War Andrew Jackson or with the CBS reporter where he basically just went, I'm done, and then picked up papers that might as well have been upside down and been like, now I'm reading, you should leave. Just like, come on, man, just insane.
They have me next to Gerald Ford? Is this the Hall of Half-Term Wonders?
I thought that was Craig T. Nelson.
Can nothing go right for me, ever?
Go. What can I do? I will fix it.
Why do they even have a wax figure of Ford?
I don't know.
The real one was made of wood. Get them to move me next to Lincoln or Jamal or some other game-changing icon. That's what I am. Don't make that noise!
Luckily, and not because we knew anything, but luckily we are not in the White House, because I do think it's easier to be sort of not in the White House, making fun of things that remind people of what's going on in the White House, but not doing the same exact shots and stories. So he's sort of a season behind us. He's sort of stealing from last season. But you know, it's tough. And I mean, I don't necessarily feel a responsibility, but I did notice kind of coming into our airing that I definitely felt like more people were kind of like, I can't wait for the show to be back. And again, I didn't create the darn thing, you know, Armando Iannucci did. But this sort of like, not like, oh, I like your show, but it was like, I can't wait for it to be back so we can laugh about this stuff again. And, you know, again, we didn't sit down and go, that's our mission statement. Our mission has always been sort of the comedy writer ego thing, which is just, we're just gonna try and make the funniest fucking show we can humanly make. But I did notice that people really wanted the show back, and you sort of go, oh, okay. I hope we can live up to the monster in your mind of what you think the show is going to say or do, because we're not trying
guessing
to
and extrapolating out.
Yes, exactly.
When in your careers have you felt pigeonholed? And with that, what are the things that you are sort of approached for as we expect and want this thing from you, and you are sort of tired of needing to deliver that?
I can remember steps in my career, and you probably had this a little bit too, which is like, okay, well, you can write a 5-minute sketch, but how in the world will you write a sitcom?
Right.
Or, oh my God, you wrote a sitcom, how in the world will you deal with the 3-act structure of a movie? And so they do just sort of like to, you know, put you in a box. But the good news is, you know, they're also very cheap. So when I did want to write a drama and I said, just pay me the minimum, they went, we believe in you.
Amazing.
So you can convince them. Yeah. But it is that thing, and I had a sort of a similar experience once with my old writing partners, Jeff Schaefer and Alec Berg, where we went in to pitch on the A-Team movie, which we really wanted to do. I love that stupid show.
How could you not?
And we went in with a full action pitch, and they just kept sort of laughing and going like, so, okay, so then what happens? It's like it's spoof? No, we're making an action movie. This is action, it's not funny. It was sort of that kind of thing. And it's just like, because you're a comedy writer and we can't see.
Have you done drama?
I wrote a movie years ago about, in 1973, there were 2 pitchers on the New York Yankees, Mike Kekich and Fritz Peterson, that swapped wives and families. This is a real story.
Oh, wow.
And so it was sort of a giant scandal, but in the age, obviously, pre-internet and whatever. So like even that story, it took like 6 or 7 days until Carson started doing jokes in his monologue. And it was a real thing, and you know, maybe it's a black comedy, but so there's that element of sort of like, you know, sort of gallows humor.
Put Kevin Hart in.
But
Exactly.
but it's a drama, I guess.
What is the craziest thing that's ever happened to you during a pitch meeting?
It wasn't exactly a pitch.
Okay.
But I was living in New York, working at Saturday Night Live, and I was kind of coming out here to kind of figure out if I want to make the move to LA. And I had a whole bunch of meetings lined up, and O.J. Simpson was in the white, the Bronco. And I basically went to 4 meetings in a row where I would come in, sit down, we would watch TV together for about a half an hour. They'd go, nice meeting you. I would go to the next meeting. We would sit down, watch more of The Chase. Very nice to meet you. And that was my day. So it wasn't exactly a pitch, but it was real. It did happen.
And you were like, I have to move here.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Judd Apatow. I'm David Mandel.
I'm Elizabeth Moss.
I'm Kevin Bacon. Billy Bob Thornton.
Thanks for watching The Hollywood Reporter on YouTube.
And sitting through the laundry detergent commercial it took to get here.
Make sure to subscribe for more videos from The Hollywood Reporter right here.